Hybrid. Welcome to
Hi,
Come to Nigeria, your number one platform for all things Nigeria. As
thank
a
you.
young person in Nigeria, you would agree that we've gotten so much bad press and false stereotypes,
Yeah,
and we want to change that. We want to showcase young Nigerian people pushing boundaries and doing exceptionally well in their various fields.
yeah,
And that's why we started this segment called Uncover to give bright minds like yourself their flowers and
yep.
change the narrative. So please tell us what your name is and what you do.
Hi guys, my name is HybridTrips. I'm a music producer, sound engineer, sound designer, and creative director for Another Realm. Yeah, been making music for quite some time now. I think a decade and a half, and we're still pushing it, breaking boundaries, and creating genres that can influence the new generation of young music makers and young creatives. Yeah.
Okay, Lola, for people who don't know,
Yeah.
could you elaborate on what um a music producer is?
Okay. So technically, a music producer is someone who walks into a studio with an artist and we create vibes whereby the producer is making the beat and the artist is either writing the song or vibing to the beat. And it's called the creative process. When we are done with this process, we move to the next phase, which is the recording phase. And we record the song and then the producer gets into his element where he mixes and he masters that song. So technically, like the whole process is called music production. You get me? And that's what a music producer do. We produce music. Yeah.
What inspired you to do this as a career?
Okay. Well, growing up, I really love music. Like, I came from a music family. My dad, my mom, my siblings, every one of us we play music. My pops is a multi-instrumentalist. My mom was a chorister. You get me? Like, I grew up in the church playing music and stuff. So, I used to play music. Then I was like, now I want to make music. So that was the next phase for me. So I was like, okay, now that I want to make music and I'm moving from just playing music, what can I do to be a music maker? And I used to play drums in the church. So, with my ideas on groove, because I'm a real student of groove, I understand rhythm. So going into the studio and just like, falling in love with the whole equipment, with the state of the art gear and everything. Because I'm a tech head. So,
Yeah,
music production exposes you to like some type of tech that you've not really seen before. It was really interesting and intriguing for me. So like I was really interested in music production. And
that's nice.
that was what got me into music production.
That's nice.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this for?
Well, I've been doing music for like a decade and a half. Like it's been longer than that, but at least professionally, a decade and a half.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
What challenges have you faced?
Well, I would say I face a lot of challenges. First off, not everybody understands the value of a music producer. Trying to make them understand that value is very, very stressful, but it's very, very essential. We consume music, we love music, but we don't really understand the dynamics of the business. So when you don't understand the dynamics of a business, you don't really respect certain roles within that business structure. And that's one of the problems we as music producers we experience because most people don't really know how valuable we are to them and how important our roles and skills are to them. So most times we we have to like constantly remind them. And trust me, now, constantly reminding people of how valuable you are is really stressful and
Yeah,
draining. Yeah, so that's like one major problem we face.
nice. So you already spoke about Nigeria briefly and like how um
Yeah.
the challenges that you're facing in it, but I'm sure there are like positive impacts that you must have had
Oh
on
yes.
like your career
Yeah.
trajectory in general. So do you want to like share what some of those are?
Okay, yeah. One positive thing I really love music production has done for me, and most especially within the Nigerian creative market is, first off, Nigerians love music.
They do.
And once you're good at it, they will embrace it and they will respect it. So one of the positive things is that, yeah, in this journey of mine, like every single person I've met, every relationship I've built along the way are relationships that I can hit my chest and say, yes, These are relationships that I will kill for. These are relationships that I will trade anything not to lose. And for me, yeah, aside from the money, yeah, the money is important too. Very, very important. But I cherish those relationships because you never can tell who will be the next whiskey, the next Burna Boy. So maintaining these relationships is a very positive thing that I personally, I take it very, very seriously. And that's one positive thing that I love about making music, connecting with people, networking, and keeping those relationships.
All of this challenges and like hurdles that you have passed,
Yeah.
how have you been able to like navigate all of it? Like what sort of is like a coping mechanism for you? Like amidst all the chaos that grounds you to still want to make music or
Yeah.
still be a music producer?
Okay. First off, yeah, like I can't even see myself doing anything else if it's not music. Like this is my calling. This is my babe. This is my bestie. It is my fetish. Do you get like like literally like
Interesting words, but
my word, my world revolves around it. So first off, yeah, if I'm not doing music, technically I don't exist.
right.
Do you get? So
Interesting.
let's just put it like that.
That's really good. So music is your whole persona.
Yeah, technically.
That's
I breathe it.
interesting.
I eat it. I sleep
That's
it.
interesting. Is that what like makes it worth it for you? The fact that music is who you are, or like is it what keeps you grinding? Is what like I'm trying to
Yeah.
understand. What
Um,
keeps you grinding?
for me, it's really spiritual because yeah, like most times I express myself better through music. Like maybe I'm making a drum, like the way I pattern those drums is an expression of probably what I'm going through mentally or emotionally. Or when I'm trying to write some lyrics or when I'm trying to write a melody, like every moment or every aspect or every time I'm indulging in the art of making music, like it's a spiritual encounter for me. And I can't even see myself doing anything if it's not music. And if indeed we are spiritual beings and we should tap into our spiritual nature so that we can like, dispense those spiritual attributes that are positive. I feel like this is my own way of dispensing those spiritual attributes to the world. You understand? Like feeding the world with my spiritual energy, and music is the only medium
This
I can
is
use
yeah, this
to
is sort of
express,
your contribution
yeah,
to
to
humanity.
humanity. Thank you.
Right.
If you get it.
So to the young person, boy or girl,
Yeah.
watching this now, who's like an entrepreneur or a creative themselves, what advice would you give them to persevere and actually chase their dreams?
Yeah.
A young boy could be watching you now and he wants to be a music producer like yourself.
Yeah.
And you've been through so much and they don't have the experience that you have. So based off of your experience and the things that you learned,
Yeah.
what advice would you give them?
First of all, I'll tell them network a lot. See, to help you. Trust me. Like, see, the more you network, it's very funny how people don't really understand the power of networking. You see, when you network very well, even if you network today, it doesn't work, just keep networking. Networking will take you into a room that will change your life. You need visibility, then you need credibility before you can be profitable. So this is my three guidelines, like visibility, credibility, and profitability. Now, visibility means if you're not out there actively networking, dropping songs, working, going to music camps, connecting, well, nobody knows you. Secondly, if we don't know you, we can attest to the fact that you are credible enough to handle this project. Because why? We need to see your portfolio. What have you done in the past that makes you credible to get this job? And if you're not credible, you're going to lose the profit. Because why? I ain't going to give my money to someone that is not credible enough to do the job. So you see, if you're not visible, you can't be credible. And if you're not credible, you can't make profits. So you see these three things. It's a very, very powerful point. If you focus on it, you'll break through.
Okay, one more question
Yeah.
for you. What is the career goal that you want to reach in your life?
Yeah, right now, um, for me, music is the gateway. I'm a tech head. I want to invest in tech. Do you understand? And right now, if you notice, there's no music production without tech because tech made making music easy. It's making it extremely easy, even now with AI and everything. So, like, I love headphones. I like speakers. You get me? Like, all these things. I want to have my own. So, you see, how can I have my own if I've not built a community that is going to buy it? Now, the music is the gateway. I'm building that community. I'm building the credibility. I'm building the visibility. So when we start creating those products, we'll make profits. Do you understand? So that's actually the goal. Because now this music is just the gateway into that commercial world of the there are bigger opportunities there. You feel me? And that's the goal.
This has been extremely insightful, Hybrid. I feel like I've learned something myself today. And thank you for coming.
Gracias.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for having me. Like, excited to be here. You know, I love talking about music. You get me? Like,
I know, it's not good. Me, I'm going to get you to talk about music.
yeah.